What is going on, guys? It's your boy ShadyMikeGaming, and it's about 5 a.m. my time. I just can't seem to sleep and said, why not get up and let's go ahead and make a video about NBA 2K22 sliders, because that's everyone's favorite thing. I know people are waiting, eagerly awaiting my slider set for this game, and rightfully so. Stay tuned for that. You guys know I've never been focused on being the first person to drop my sliders. Anytime I drop a slider set, I usually say, hey, these are the best sliders out, these are the most realistic, and I want to make sure that's true, and that's why I take my time making my sets. So stay tuned for that. They're in development, obviously, but today what I want to do is I want to have a conversation about these two new sliders here, and we're going to be mainly focusing on the shot coverage impact slider, because I think it's the shot timing impact slider is pretty apparent in terms of what it does. It really just says how much doesn't matter about your shot stick timing, user timing slider being accurate. So but I think there's a little bit of a misconception so far from what I've been seeing in the community in terms of the shot coverage impact slider. And I think what people think this slider does is I think people believe that if you drop this all the way to 0, it's going to be much easier to make shots. And that's not entirely false, but it's also not entirely true. There's a little bit of a misconception of what the slider does. So the description of the slider says it changes the impact of being open or covered on all shots. So how much does you being covered impact the success rate of the shot? So at 0, your coverage has nothing to do with whether or not you make the shot, but it's going to basically revolve around your ratings and things of that nature. If you're playing on shot stick timing, it'll be your accuracy and your ratings. But at 100, it's almost only going to take into account how much you're covered. So the number one thing to take away from this is, a lot of people are going to think, well, hey, just drop it to 0. It's going to make the very low. It's going to make the contests not as strong. And I agree that the contests on default 2K are way too strong and way too impactful. But what this also does with this low is it completely takes your openness out of the equation of the jump shot. So the contesting of the jump shot does not really affect the shot, but also you being wide open, it doesn't give you any boost for that either. So what I found is with this slider low and at 0 and 20 and things of that nature, it's difficult to hit wide open shots, but also for some reason it completely negates like logo threes. You can't hit logo threes. Now, what I found with this at 100 is it is almost impossible to make contested jump shots. So you can't make contested jump shots at all, but you pretty much never miss open jump shots. So we got Ben Simmons here, and you know what I want to do for this demonstration? I want to make sure we got the meter on. So Ben Simmons, has he not been in the news enough not being able to shoot? But I greened one. That's incredible. But Ben, he can't really shoot, and you can see by the stick it's not giving me much of a shot, much of a prayer to hit any of these shots. I'm getting a couple greens here and there, probably a little bit more accurate than Ben should be IRL, or maybe that's just my talent. Hey, who knows? But what we're gonna do is we're going to take this shot coverage impact slider and put it all the way to 100, and let's take a look at exactly what that does. So I don't know if you can see the meter and how much more, I'm being trash at the moment, sorry. but I don't know if you can see the meter and you can see like how much easier it is for me being accurate. So what I want to do for that, just for this demonstration, we're going to switch it back to real player percentage, and let's take some threes and let's take a look at Ben's accuracy from real shooting percentage with that slider at 100. So you notice I'm starting to heat up, starting to knock them down a little bit here. They're not 100%, but you'll notice that I'm not missing much. And if I keep shooting, you're gonna notice I'm shooting, seems maybe 90% with Ben Simmons. So you're not gonna miss much. That's why I switched it to real shooting percentage, just so that we could, show that, this slider almost completely negates the actual ratings. So I'm debating on whether or not a higher or lower number is good, or if this is something that we want to touch at all. So I hope that this video kind of clears up the misconception that this slider only is useful when you put it all the way at 0. I think most people are saying, oh, if I put it all the way at 0, then it's going to be easier to make contested shots, and that's not wrong, but that might actually make it harder to shoot. So I think a lot of people didn't really understand that. I hope we were able to clear that up a little bit. I'm gonna put some time into really thinking about that balance in terms of, you guys know me, my philosophy when it comes to sliders and defense is the presence of a defender does not equate to good defense. So 2K system's always been about, hey, if someone's in front of you and you're shooting, you shouldn't make that shot. I don't agree with that, and I've never built my sliders around that. And people seem to appreciate the fact that you can make tougher jump shots with better players with my sliders, and that will be no different this year. So stay tuned for that. I'm working really hard behind the scenes to get something, an early build out to you guys so that we can really enjoy these sliders. We're going to have some more conversations too about what we're going to be doing with the set. Unfortunately, it seems like there is an issue with the tendency sliders. I tweeted at the 2K devs, but if you're not a huge park YouTuber, it's tough to get a response from those guys, let's be honest. But there seems to be an issue, at least on PC, at least on current gen, with the tendency sliders, the master tendency sliders kicking in properly. That's concerning. It's scary right now thinking about a game without those sliders. So this may be a situation where this year we're doing some roster edits. We may take some different approaches, but regardless, you guys know how I do. We are going to put our best foot forward. We're going to, like always, make sure that this game is working, playing as close to NBA basketball as possible. So just wanted to say, on all of my videos, especially the recent ones, thank you so much for all of the support. Jalen Green is coming soon, so stay tuned for that as we get back into our signature jump shot fixes. But other than that, it is your boy Shady. I am signing out. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. Peace. Threes.